Hi everyone, good morning. It's Margaret Manning here and welcome to 60 and Me and welcome to a new day. Hope that you've woken up with a smile, positive attitude, you're ready to go out and do something really wonderful today. Hope you've got something fun planned for yourself. But I've started my day with a cup of tea, as I always do, and hope you're joining me. I've got a lemon ginger tea today. It's again one of my favorite teas. It's very refreshing, and yeah, I just like lemon ginger. So cheers to everyone. Have a nice cup of tea or coffee, and hope it's nice weather with you. I know that the weather doesn't get really predictably good until later in the year, and maybe you've had a cold spell and you're feeling like I really wish I could wake up to a warmer climate. Or maybe you're thinking you'd like to change just your cultural setting and meet new people. Or perhaps you've got a place that you've always wanted to go to retire and maybe live for part of the year, and you just don't quite know what it would be like or how to make a choice. There's a lot of important factors that you have to take into consideration when you're thinking about retiring abroad. You've got the obvious ones like safety and healthcare, and affordability. Can you afford to live there? And of course, the climate is on that list as well. Maybe that's a good thing to do. Make a kind of a pro and con list of every place. But once you've actually made a decision about those basic things, then you can start looking at, in my opinion, what's really important in moving to a new overseas location in retirement, and that's your lifestyle. How do you live? What kind of things are you doing every single day? What does an average day look like in this new place? So I spoke to an expert in this area. Her name's Kathleen Petticord. Kathleen has a website called liveandinvestoverseas.com. She's been doing this for years. I think she's lived in about 10 different countries, and she and her husband now live in Panama. But she's very practical about her approach to making a decision about, I've got hair in my face, so I'll move it over. About making a decision about where to live in retirement if you're thinking of going abroad. Now, you may be happy just where you are, and that's totally fine, no judgment. But if you've got that kind of inkling to be somewhere else for at least some of the year, maybe not all of it, here's some thoughts. So, of course, she says, think about the big things. Think about weather, safety, cost of living, healthcare, and, just that's a great place to start. And once you've really truthfully put your hand on your heart and said, this is what's important to me, then you can go on to the other less important, or maybe the things that are more specific to you. Now, for example, medical costs. If you have any kind of medical issue and you are going to need to get medicine or treatment, or just have to be on the looking out for it in your life, you've got to take that into consideration when you're looking at a country abroad. Now, some of them have excellent healthcare. I know we've written articles about this, and a lot of people think some of it is better than where you're living today. But take that into consideration. Be sure that if you've got specialized medical need, that you are covered in that place that you're thinking of going. Another thing, which is a super high priority for me, and also for anyone who is working abroad, because I, like many of you, probably will be working for the rest of my life quite happily. This is what I love to do. And I have become very dependent on strong internet. Now, you may think that your internet is slow at home, but trust me, when you get to some places in other parts of the world, it can be pretty much non-existent during times of the day. There could be moments of the day when you just can't get online. And then other times it's just very slow. And it's kind of an interesting mix, though, because I've been to places in Eastern Europe and other parts of the world where they're just building new infrastructure. So their internet is great. They've started from the top. But there are places that have an infrastructure in place that is not so good. So, if you're running an online business, or you're thinking about doing that, or you just want to be connected, say you've got grandchildren or family, children of your own, friends that you want to Skype every now and again, or you just want to be in touch with. Just be aware of that internet. Check your internet, and make it a priority if that's important. You may say it doesn't matter, but when you get there and you're trying to make that call, it will matter. So internet's another thing. Now, you've got that short list. You've got your climate, you've got your cost of living, you have things like medical and internet. Then what? Then what can you ask yourself? Well, another thing that Kathleen mentions, which is super important, is the accessibility of a place. You know, if you're going to a place that's fairly close, like a direct flight from your home city, or maybe a couple of stops, then, you know, you think you can do that once or twice, maybe 3 times a year. But think of the cost. Sometimes, you know, it's very expensive to do short flights. I mean, within the United States, for example, there are lots of budget airlines, and in Europe as well, but not so in other countries. So be really thoughtful about, you know, the trade-off. Now, you want to go and live in Ecuador, or, you know, Costa Rica, or Belize, or somewhere that's really inexpensive to live, or like Indonesia. But then on the other hand, to get home, it's either 25 hours of non-stop travel, or it's quite expensive. So accessibility is really important, and, you know, just make sure that you just put that into your consideration. Now, another thing is what kind of lifestyle you want. Now, if you want something that's very predictable and very, you know, secure and safe, and, you know, just think it through. And Kathleen and I were chatting when we talked about the Exotic Marigold Hotel, which is a great movie. I love it. It's one of my favorite movies. All the best actresses and actors in the world. But it tells the story, if you haven't seen it, of a group of retirees, British retirees, who go to India to retire in this, what they're told is a very beautiful, exotic Marigold Hotel. And of course, when they get there, you can imagine what happens. It's not quite the same as they were expecting, and and so they have to adjust. And some of them love it. They just dig right in, just absolutely love it. Judi Dench in the movie starts her own business. It's, you know, it's really a great win-win for her. But then the other couple is another couple whose wife is just, she hates it every single breath. So it's a fun movie, but it shows you, I think, that what you can expect when you're going to a place. Some people love the change, the new place, you know, the little bit bohemian atmosphere, and others are just not good with it. So just be aware of your own personal preferences. You just ask yourself, how adventurous are you? Do you mind only taking a very, very lukewarm, dribbly shower? Or do you really want the luxuries of home? You've got to think it through. You know, are there specific activities that you would really miss if you moved from your home? Are there friends that you really, you know, you can talk to them online, but would you miss their hugs? Would you miss them? And of course, the big one is children. You know, how much would you miss your kids? Doesn't matter how old they are, where they live, how many children they have, you know, how independent they are or strong, or, you know, how much they're thriving in their lives. You still are their mom, and you do love to be with them, and that means physically close. So just weigh that up. You know, one way that I look at this, though, which I think is really maybe just my way, but, you know, when I'm sitting here, one of my sons lives in Scotland, and when I'm sitting here talking to him on the phone or to my grandson on Skype, I'm not there physically with them. And what's the difference from me sitting in Bali or, you know, anywhere else in the world and you know, not being able to touch them? I'm still talking to them, close to them in my heart. So I think it's important for you to weigh that up. That's an important one. And of course, are you patient? Can you put up with delays? Most parts of the world have to wait for things. You know, getting a ticket at a train station is not always as simple as just popping in there and giving them your money. Sometimes you have a long queue, you have tickets selling out, you have, you know, waits that go on for hours. And it's just how patient. I think it was Lisa Dunkel who was talking about in Yucatan Peninsula. You know, you can wait days to get things done, weeks. It is that mañana kind of mentality in a lot of places. So I think it's really important. And I guess, the final thing I think I would remind you about is how good you are with strangers, with new people. Because when you're living as an expat in another country, you know, you are the one that doesn't speak the language. You are the one that is new at everything. Where does this go? How do I do this? And I think you have to ask yourself, you know, are you prepared to be a local in a new place that, you know, you've chosen to retire? Or, you know, would you rather just be at home in a more closed world, maybe not so exciting or maybe a little more expensive, but then you've got the things that you like, you're local to that place. So anyway, I think it's a really, really fun idea to think about in retirement, and a good one to research before you jump in. Kathleen actually suggests that you always try to go first to the place, even for a week, for a holiday. Just check it out and ask the questions honestly. Anyway, I don't know whether this has been helpful or not. Many of you are probably saying, I'm never going to move abroad, but it's been fun listening, and that's what we do here. We offer stories that, just inspire some of you, maybe all of you sometimes. But thank you for being here. Please tell a friend about Essex-D&Me. We've got so much going on our website. We have a YouTube channel, Pinterest channel. We're on Twitter. We're everywhere. So please join us anywhere that you feel comfortable, and tell your friends. We'd love to have more women here with us. It's our pleasure. So my question, are you planning on retiring abroad? And what big lifestyle considerations are important to you? So leave your comment in the section below. Let's have a chat, have a conversation. I'll jump in too. But are you planning on retiring abroad? And what lifestyle considerations do you think are really important? Well, take good care, everybody. Have a fabulous day. Go out and do something fun for yourself today, and we'll see you back here again very soon. Take good care for now. Bye-bye.